Hey guys, in this video we're going to take a look at INNT, the big mover for the day. Um, it's odd because I couldn't find any news for this name. Um, I took a look at Market Watch in the morning and there was nothing. Um, yeah, there was nothing. Look at this, February the 7th, December the 4th. I did look at Google just now though, and it looks like there was a recent reverse split, I guess. But yeah, but no, no fundamental catalyst, any good news that, in my opinion, would justify a move like this. But hey, it moved, so let's take note of that. And I guess reverse splits can do that. So let's take a look at the levels here. Um, so typically when I break down a stock, I like to take a look at the breakout point, right? The breakout candle. But it looks like this one just, from the open, steadily kept moving up. Now, say steadily may sound like slow, like it's not significant moves, but just slowly going up. But look at the ranges in each one of these candles. I mean, 646, 622 is one of the smallest candles here. It's actually the smallest candle. So, I mean, some pretty big moves on this stock. And I didn't trade it just because it was so hard for me to manage risk. I wanted to get in real bad, like really, really bad. But at the end of the day, I just, decided that it was not wise for me. What if it makes a drop like this? Even if I had bought, I guess half the candle or whatever, 793 all the way down to 726, that is just way too much for my comfort area right now, my comfort zone when it comes to risk, my risk tolerance, I guess. But let's take a look at the move. So moved from 622 all the way up to spot 859. Let's say 59, 858, whatever. Um, and then it pulled back. So, being such a big move over six candles, I guess a big pullback was due. And it did pull back about half the move, all the way down to the 90 MA. Briefly broke the 90 MA, slightly, not really, a couple of cents, I guess. So this candle closed right here at at the seven. I know that's a low. It doesn't tell me where it closed. Around 782. So next candle opens right at the same level, and I guess it dropped a cent or so, and then it made a big move up to 837. So that's that's a 50-cent move or so, and still a pullback candle, right? So the next candle opens. It looks like well, it opened here. Yeah, I mean, not that big of a range between where this one closed and where this one opened. About the same, really. It didn't go lower, but man, it just moved. It moved. It broke out big time. Right at the breakout spot. Actually, a little above the breakout spot, all the way up. Well, here, let me zoom out. All the way up. Holy God! All the way up to 1129. Breakout spot 836, let's call it. Wow, that's I would have loved to have been in that that stock and that move. Uh, Man, that's a huge move over two candles. Then you have the pullback, pulls back for three candles, taps the 90 MA, briefly breaks it, and then it did break out again at the breakout spot of 938 on this candle here. Now, before I keep going, let's just take take a look at the volume here. So yes, so moved up slowly, low volume. I mean, look, wow, that's insane. 5,000 shares of volume. That's it. 5,000, 1.7, 5.8K, 12,000. That's like no volume and making such huge moves. I mean, no one was selling, I guess, or very few people were selling, of course, because you're gonna have some sellers in order to buy. But then this candle happened, and it's still not that, big volume, 14.9K, 15,000. Then the pullback right around the same, 18,000. Then I guess by this point, people were waiting for the pullback, right? So traders took notice. They were waiting for the pullback because I guess they were, you know, kind of just weary that it was a little extended by this point. I mean, it had already made a over $2 move. Uh, then pulls back quite a bit, and then this is where the volume starts to happen on this candle. So next pullback candle forms, and then on the breakout spot, boom, 62,000 shares of volume. It's you see sometimes some stocks trading in the millions, but relative to what it had been trading earlier, that's big volume. So big volume, and then the pullback, big volume as well, but not as much as the breakout candles. Then consolidation, right? Keep going on the pullback here, pullback, and then this is where it breaks out. Again, I'm sorry. So something that we've been seeing, since I've started reviewing videos a few days ago, is that the 90 EMA sometimes is a great place to buy on a pullback. Um, Sometimes stocks break below the 90 EMA, but normally when that happens, they actually tap the 20 EMA or briefly go below it. But then just get back up, and after that they keep riding up. So that's just something to take note of. But yeah, let's take a look at the levels here. So from this breakout spot of 938, it rode all the way up to 1496. Wow, that's just beautiful. Nearly a $5 move. Actually, no, nearly a $6 move. It was over $5. Man, that's awesome. And there weren't any news. That's crazy. It's just a reverse split, I guess. Uh, and I think a few weeks ago they changed ticker. But after that, it's big pullback. I mean, I guess it just flushed down. But see, all the way down to 20 MA. It did briefly go below it, but then it started trading sideways, and I guess just from here, I guess no obvious. I guess you could have entered here once it got above the 90 MA. But anyway, that's just a beautiful move. Beautiful move. I mean, something that I'm definitely looking forward to learn how to trade, and just get my account up to a level where I can start making these type of trades. And if I take a 20-cent, 30-cent loss per share, it won't be that big a deal. But I'm still ways from that. Um, had a good day today, but anyway, we're not talking about that. So that's INNT, big mover of the day. Beautiful. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions, please let me know in the comments section. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.